Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. I'm Mike, and it's nice being back with you brothers again this your morning, my evening or afternoon. I had to change my time because oh man, because the 5 o'clock my time, everything with the internet gets shaky around here, and so that's the reason why I came on a few hours earlier because I was supposed to did it at 5, but it didn't dawn to me yet till till late last night that I made a mistake when I said 5. But I'm here and we want to do it. You know what I want to speak with you brothers and sisters about was staying rooted. I know this awakening can be it can be vexing at times for some individuals. You can. But I'm looking at Shalom, Brother Kenneth. Um, I'm looking at things that's going on in the news, and I know that we're gonna have to really stay rooted in our awakening. And I know for some it may be. I mean, well, for the majority of us, it's a new thing. I don't care if you was like awakening. What 2014? I'm still new. Still new. Um, for those, for the being rooted is for everyone. Whether you were, you knew who you were 10, 20 years ago, that's good. But maintaining that root, that's where it's going to be. It's going to take faith to continue to maintaining your roots. And we're the only ones that have to put up a fight for that. We're the only people that has to put up a fight to stay rooted in our new awakening. And when I say new, it's smack brand new for us. Smack brand new. Now the other nations cannot say that. I mean, we know why we can say it. We know about the stripping of our heritage and things of that nature. We all know that. And so it calls for us to make sure that we keep our roots healthy and they keep continuing to grow, that we get deeper and deeper. Because like I said, the thing that's going on in this world, now I just left a brother's channel. He did a live, him and his wife. And I'm just reading some of the things that they were saying was going on. They are the KKK and some type of clan meeting and things. Brothers and sisters, I tell you, I'm very concerned for a lot of brothers and sisters. I mean, all of the brothers and sisters there is where that hatred is just like, it's like it's an unadulterated hatred they have. And the last thing they need is immigrants that look like us. That's the last thing they need. Oh yeah, their hatred is going to it's just going to bloom. And it's blooming. Shalom, Sister in Pursuit, and Sister Pixie Dust. How you doing? It's blooming. I mean, whatever is going on in the United States, it's about to be turned up. They saying that seem like there's some voter fraud that's going on. They found that, and they had this stuff on camera now. And these people close. This is the voting office do not supposed to close until 5 p.m. They was closing that bad book at 1:45. Shalom, Sister Latasha. They was closing. They closed that thing at, they said 1:45. It was closing. And so all the Trump supporters, They highly upset, highly upset. And so, you know, but truthfully, hey, Shalom, Sister Yvonne. Um, um, they highly upset. Of course, now in my mind, this is just me, even though I don't vote. Now it's calling into questions about this last election now. Because if they saying it was stolen and all this here, I mean now, I mean if you start looking at things now, what they're saying, well, like 4 years ago, now it's not so far fetched now. Because now we're seeing exactly what both sides are doing. Although, I mean, look at it, I'm not for Trump either. I'm not for Biden either. So, I mean, I'm straight dead in the middle, but I am looking at things that will say, and it's just, we gotta, shoot, it's like we gotta watch your back now. I mean, you're seeing two different political parties that's divided, that look like they're about to go head to head, and they're using the people to do their dirty work. This is what it seems to me that that is it, the powers that be. Let's just say that the power that be is causing this conflict between the political parties, which in effect will affect the people. So now you got your Republicans, you have your Democrats. They know what they're doing. It's the people that don't understand the depth of their conniving. Now, what they have done in hold on just for a moment. What they have done in Africa with all of these coups and the coups, it seems like they're using what they know what to do within their own country, causing a coup. We can call it civil war. That's what they seem like they're doing. Shalom to Kathy Jones. That's what it seems like. Neither one will. I tell you, I don't know. But being cautious, being alert, it's like something that we need to be highly aware of. Because it's like a time bomb. It is like a time bomb that is waiting to go off. That's what it is. It's like a time bomb that's waiting to go off. And then once that bomb goes off, you're talking about strictly foolishness. Now you like I said, now you have police officers around here talking about this more and more, of banding together as police officers. So it's as if what I'm hearing from these men is that, hey, we got to protect our own neighborhoods. So what make you think they will come out if you got a 911 issue or if you got something going on that they want to come and risk their life for you when the nation is unstable, when their currency is flat out no good. It's like no good. Now, how should you proceed? Truthfully, how should you succeed? I mean, how should you move about? Brother Avon Dillon, shalom, shalom. But now, you know what? You know what? But let's do this different. Let's do this different. I know what my concerns are. What are you brothers concerned are? What is it that concerns you? Sister Kathy, I hope we don't have to call the cops at all. I mean, I understand that, sister, because that just like it's just like you get on the phone. Can I have some trouble come to my house? You might as well change that conversation. Can I have some trouble to come to my house? Because that's what it's going to be. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, either way, Sister Pixie does. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say we hemmed up, but we will, or we are in a bad pickle. We in between. It's like a, what do they call it? Damn it, you do and damn it, you don't. It's just like they got you straight there in the middle of their nonsense. Oh, Emma, let me tell you something about that cat. Yeah, North Korea. Oh no, they warming everything up. Yes, they warming everything up. Yep, you're right. Calling death to your door. Yes, but that North Korea, they said what they was doing. They getting themselves. But you're talking about North Korea, China, Russia. It's like they're waiting on something else to be completed before they just like make it rain. Because there's so much hate. The hatred that they give up, they given us, that same hatred is about to be given to them. They're about to be given to them. I'm serious. I would not be surprised. They just this it's blown off the map. I would not be surprised because there is so much hatred for this country. It's unbelievable. And I seriously believe if they take that one shot, that's it. Now I'm gonna tell you what my other concern is though. Yosemite Mountain. They said if that thing blows, they said if that volcano blows, and that's over there in west, on the west coast. That's where it's at, northwest. But they said if that blows, it'll stretch all the way over to Arkansas. You're talking about volcano dust and all that. They said nuclear winter, hang it up. They said like you won't be able to grow anything there for at least, I think they said 20 years. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. But if some of these, if they got all this hatred, what makes you think that they won't do something like that? How can you protect? And especially if you got missiles out here traveling nearby, like the speed of light. Russia is in our Russia is already in Cuba. They have ships there. Cuba is what, like 90 miles from the United States? Hmm. Yeah. Sister Pixie, that's what I think they're doing. I'm quite sure they are looking at any and everything as to what they can possibly do. Now, if they looking at it, for the purpose of having a land and going in there and what's the word? Commandeering the United States, that would not be my fight. That would not be my fight. Now we seen that movie. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. Leave the World Behind. They gave us warnings. They gave us warnings. And so now, hey, they're telling you what you should do. But then you got some brothers and sisters. I mean, I understand. You know, um, it's going to happen. But so I mean, on that scripture, I take that in two ways, though. Let's not get it twisted. I take that in two ways. When the Most High say, "Get out of her," and we know we're in captivity, so I think the most important thing that the Most High is saying, "Get out of her spiritually." That's what I take from it. Now, because everybody just can't pop up and leave, because we still up under captivity, no matter where we go. That's even to Africa, because these laws were written by the Gentiles, which they've been going back for hundreds of years. This the laws were for their benefit, and it still is. And let's not get it twisted now. There are some people that's working right along with the Gentiles, and they claim to have a hatred between them, but now they sleep in the same bed. They sleep in the same bed, and they have the same hatred towards us. And we know the stuff started with the Spaniards, and then what you may call Arabs. And but you know, if you go to Morocco, the Moroccans, the brothers, they call them Europeans. That's what they call them. They don't call them Moroccans. They call them Europeans. Whew. Ema, I'm staying in my house and in prayer. Also, this is Halloween's Devil's. Oh, forgot about that, girl. Today is the Halloween. Wow. Good night. They want to act a fool around about this time. You gonna be like, man, you go try. And you about right. Stay in the house because you may not know what's real and what's fake. Now, if Hashitan want to just show himself, oh yeah, I can blend in with this. Boom. Now, you're right on that, Sister Emma. I got you on that one. Yeah. Mm. Because when that incident happened in mm, Florida, it kind of truthfully, it went on for like a week or two. And after that, that situation died down. I don't know how they got it out of the media, but boom. But every time somebody see a sighting or something strange, it's always in the United States. It's always in the United States. I've never seen anything that said, hey, we seen this in Africa. Never. I never see anything. And then you know the media, they see something, they post, boom. But I never see anything or sighting. You know, there was like we seen this in Africa. Always the United States. Why is the United States starting to see a whole lot of questionable things? UFOs, spaceships, all of them are always in the United States. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, why I can't say that? I can't say that. Country in the world, it would appear from a scriptural standpoint. From a scriptural standpoint, because the United States is the only country that still have slavery. They haven't given it up. They just changed the name and put some laws. That's all they did. The moment a brother get arrested, you into the system. You went right back into slavery. And not even them. Not even them. Law-abiding citizens, law-abiding black citizens. The moment we feed into the American way, when I say the American way, I'm talking about, all right, you work, you're making a nice dollar. Let's just say you bought the house. You got the house, you got your car, had your kids. But now, the devil knows exactly what he's doing. They got you occupied. occupation that we have is to take care of our family, which we should do. But it's the method of how deep we go in for caring for our families that puts us in slavery. It happened. We followed everybody we looked at, and then too, truthfully, it was going to happen. We didn't know who we were. I mean, we seen the system, learned from the system, and we abided by the system. But the system set us up because we all very well know we go on vacations. Gentile, they go on outings. Their vacation lasts 2 weeks, and they not coming back home talking about, ooh, I got to do some overtime and pay for this here to pay for this trip. No, they don't come. For the vast majority of them, no, they do not come back home with that question mark in their head. They do not. But we do. We do. We come back with, oh, yeah, I'm going to do a whole lot of overtime. Not just you, but your wife included. Captivity. But it was somewhat out of our control. I don't know if you all remember this movie. I know y'all would. Cadillac Records. Cadillac Records. What was that brother name? Howlin' Wolf. He said something in the movie that made a whole lot of sense. So what was the other guy's name? There was Howlin' Wolf, and then there was another guy. It was all about him, truthfully. The movie was about him. What was his name? I forgot the singer name. So he came with his, and Howlin' Wolf, he gets out of his old beat up truck. And the other guy, he gets out of his Cadillac, clean Cadillac and things. Yeah, well, Beyonce, that's right. Yeah, Beyonce was in. Well, now, what was the guy's name? The main character of the movie. I forgot who was it. What was his name? You never seen it? Oh man, yeah, it's called Cadillac Records, brother. Gilman. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Shalom, Sister Sheila. I'm about to call you Sister Sheila E. Sister Sheila C. Muddy Waters. There you go. Thank you, Vakaya. Thank you, Muddy Waters. And so Muddy gets out of his Cadillac. Muddy, he all into himself. He got the suit on and everything and all that. And so what had happened, he said, man, yeah. And Muddy was like, yeah, you make a good record, man. You make buy you one of these Cadillac. He said, instead of riding around this dump here, and Howlin' Wolf came back and said to him, no, it's paid for. This truck don't own me. I own it. That's what he said. Because he knew Muddy didn't own nothing. He knew it. Muddy had the suits on, and all Muddy was doing was fronting his stuff. That's all he was doing, fronting it. The suits and the car. And if you ever watch the movie, you know that for the vast majority of his life, he got paid by means of that car. You got, Cadillac here, Cadillac there, boom. He would get some royalties, but he wasn't getting all what he's supposed to get in the movie. So the world is just like that. And like you said, if you own it, you own it. It don't own you. Because when you getting out there and you working for it, that house can't say hello to you, and that car can't say nothing to you. You're the only one that can do anything and move about. So now, it all depends, and don't get me wrong, with our finances and things, sometimes you may have to finance things. But think about that slavery that comes right behind it. Kathy. If money is theirs, why can't they take it anytime? Shoot, I think they do. Truthfully, I think they do. I think they take it. Um, but you know what our people went through um, during that time. Oh well, I mean, I'm not necessarily say during that time. That was happening all the way up to the '90s, and the way it got busted out was through NWA. Once they understood the mechanism of that industry, a lot of brothers and sisters wised up. A lot of them did, because once they had that experience, that's when everything started hitting the fan. That's when you start seeing a whole lot of other groups pop up. They open up the doors. Boom. And our brothers and sisters came through it in droves. In droves. And let's call it exodus out of poverty. Because that's what they did. Atlanta, at that time, what is NWA? Sister Kathy Jones. You don't know what NWA is? I mean, that's a rap group, but do you know what it stands for? Oh, yes. That is Ema. Yep. Sister Kathy, you got two sons, 20, 23, and something else. Yeah, NWA means niggas with attitudes. That's who that group is. Yeah, niggas with attitudes. And they were, Sister Kathy, hey man, I'm getting you mixed up with another sister. I'm sorry. I am getting you mixed up with another sister. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a rap group that was out in the '90s. Uh, it was Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Easy. All of them was in that group. But it was like the brothers was in a mad dash to get out of poverty, and they knew. I mean, don't get me wrong. The rap game it's like a setup to fail game, because that's when you see a lot of the rappers um, who coined that NWA. Shoot, the group did. The group what was it? It was a total of five guys. Well, you had DOC too, but he was more so up under the label. So it was like five guys: Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, Yella, and Easy. Yeah, it's five. I mean, you can Google them. I mean, you'll see the pictures of them and everything. If you Google them, you'll see it. But once they figured out that the business of that industry, but now mind you now that people that truthfully runs the business, they didn't get hurt at all. Not even a flinch. Not even a flinch. The only time that there was some ruckus with the main company, Sean Sister Regina, was when Prince, back in I think it was the late '90s, early 2000, when he got on musical awards and he said, "There's too many of us in here for us not to own Sony." Got the room was quiet because he was going back and forth over his name. Remember, he went to a symbol. Yes, and then here come Michael Jackson. He came up against that industry. Yes, he did. And they knew that. And I just want you brothers and sisters to think about something when I say that. I just use Michael Jackson, I use Prince. Who was another one that you can see that they coming up on? because he sued somebody over some rights of some liquor. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why they're attacking him. Diddy. Who in their right mind worried about what type of baby oil and what all he's doing in his house? It ain't none of my business. Don't come over here messing with me. It's called. Alrighty. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And so, well, it seems like it's like right now, truthfully, I don't know what's going on with the industry, but when I first got into it, I popped in it. I think in about 2 or 3 months, I was right back out. I jumped right out of it. I couldn't get down with a lot of stuff that was going on in the music industry. I'm serious. That was just not my cup of tea. Still not. Still not my cup of tea. And last year when they had the music awards, that was one of the most demonic music shows ever to be put on. Everything about the music awards last year was so demonic. Everything red. Esau know his banner. He know his color banners. And I want you brothers and sisters to understand this. The Catholic religion, everything about them red carpet. You go look at some of the movies when they showing this, red, they know they red. Who else? What you call those people over there? Queen of England or King of England, red. They know their banner. All right, I'm gonna give you all a good one now. What is the banner for Yahusha, what the people call Jesus? So if it's land or something, what color do you see them using for him? And a lot of our people like that color, period. I'm gonna wait for you all to put it in the chat. But that's one of the things they do. They maintain their banner. They maintain it. Everything is always red. Everything is always red. Well, I'm gonna say it this way then. There you go, Dylan. You're right. And then there you go, Sister Kathy. It was two really. Royal blue and purple. Purple. It's purple, Sister Kathy. It's purple. It's always. If they show the cross, you will see like a royal bluish purple, um, like material wrapped around it. They know their colors. And now, if you ever dealing with Judah, Judah is always dressed in some type of blue material. Period. So they know their colors. They know it. So now we like caught up in that royal bluish, purplish looking color and things. Shalom, we got next. How you doing? But that's how this world is getting down now. And they're starting to show themselves a whole lot more than usual. I'm doing good, brother. We got next. How you doing? But it's something going on now, and we have to pay attention more than we usually did. This is coming up against us, and you got a whole lot of people. I got you, brother. Keep on doing it. Stay prayed up and stay rooted. That's what we're gonna have to do. We'll have to stay rooted. This these things, this this all this heat, all this anger, stress. Then on top of that, you have that frustration. Now they got the hatred. They have that hatred already there. Stress, frustrated, stress. I mean stress, frustration. You got the hatred. There's one more. There's one more. They're about to bust a bubble. That's what they're about to do. They're about to bust a bubble. That's what they're about to do. And we have to be aware. We have to be alert of what they're about to do. If you just listen to you know what? I want to listen to it all day long. That's just me. But I will take a few notes from them. I mean, like redacted. It's like they're about to bust. That husband and wife, it seems like they're about to bust a bubble. It's like they're getting fed up. I don't know if they geeking people up. I mean, because don't get me wrong now. They have a large following, so if they upset. I'm taking for granted that the vast majority of their listeners are feeling the same way. The same way. Well, yeah, that's right. Their world is hurting, it's changing, and they feeling it. It's a feeling that they don't want to feel. They don't want to feel that. They don't want to feel what we've been feeling for the hundreds of years. They do not want to even entertain it. Don't even bring that as a line of thought. For you to go and have a conversation with them, and you like you had the brothers, the camps on the streets, on the corners, shouting at them, telling them, yeah, you were going to slavery. They look at you and keep it moving. You see, now, but my encouragement to those brothers too, it's time for them to come down off of that now. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say that. It's gonna come to a point that these people will find out where they always be at. Will come out there and try to do a drive-by. The hatred is already there. They've been nursing this hatred for a long time. And for you to sit up here and say, you wanted to slavery, they take, they got the emotions on their sleeves. How you doing, Sister Georgetta? Yes, they have their emotion on their sleeve, and they're ready to rip that sleeve off. And they not necessarily go to fight. They're not looking for a fight, but they are looking to pull a trigger. That's the thing. That will be my encouragement to those brothers. Is to fall back. Let this stuff go ahead and run its course. Go to the brothers and encourage the brothers in black neighborhoods. Go there and encourage them to, start looking at their lives. We don't need to be in like major downtown areas. You need to be up there talking to your brothers and sisters first and foremost. You're not there to preach and just harbor on what's going to happen to a nation. That's going to come out regardless. But the encouraging thing that we should be doing is mainly for our brothers and sisters off the top. Off the top. I've seen some brothers when I was in Chicago. They was always in white neighborhoods. When I say white neighborhoods, it was close to colleges. That is pretty much, it's whites. And I'm like, man, I don't see them too much on the west side. Talking to brothers on the west side and trying to encourage them. That's the thing that kind of irritated me. But this is just my suggestion. I mean, if you all know some brothers at like the camps or whatever, share this video with them. Let them know it's the brothers and sisters that you're supposed to be preaching to, first and foremost. Because it's the Christendom religion that you're trying to save them from. It's Islam that you're trying to save them from. That those two entities is what our fight is from. It's to wake those brothers. You know, the brother can sit on a corner 8 hours a day. Trust and believe. If he out there saying the same thing each and every day, it's getting in somewhere. Somebody's head. You know, something is going to stick in somebody's head. Something is going to stick, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. This is Avon, and brother Avon. Our captivity is ending. 400 years. The devil going to fight till he's removed. Woo! Sir, Sister Emma, he ain't gonna be moved. He gonna stay right here. We're being moved out of his reach. That's the thing. Now you know when the scripture said that we're gonna fly off into the wilderness and things of that nature. We're gonna be out of his reach. That's gonna be a time of healing for us. He still got he still has his world. Everybody, I mean, I don't care if it's China, North Korea, whatever. That's his stuff. That's his stuff. And like he said, what was it, Isaiah 14:14? He will climb to heaven to be like the Most High. I don't know about climbing, but being like the Most High now. If he want to say the world will literally come and worship me, he's putting that in place for the world to come and worship him. He put that in place. What did the Most High put in place? For us to worship him. He created us. That's what he put in place. He didn't have to sit up here and make people starve or connive to do this here. All right, I need to put this in place to make these people do this here. The Most High didn't do that. He didn't. See, that's the difference. He can never be like the Most High. Only thing he's trying to achieve is a short term of worship. It's not going to say this short term. Hashatan had the ability to never see death. He had the ability of never to see death, to experience death. The only person that changed that was he himself. He was the only one that could go in and change his situation. And he was just like Cain. Just like Cain. If you want to talk about, he was just like him. Got upset because, you're looking at the Most High. You're seeing all the angels giving him glory and praising it, and you want that position. You are a creature, not the creator. How do you think you're supposed to get his position? It's absolutely impossible. Cain did the same thing. He got all the accolades from the Most High. Abel did. Abel got all the, he did very well. And the Most High counseled Cain. He said, look here, don't let sin overtake you. Just turn around and do what your brother did. That's all you got to do. And I will magnify you just as much as I magnified him. That's all you have to do. But instead, it seems like he didn't want to be a second runner up. And he allowed sin to take a hold of him, which led him to committing the first murder ever in history of his own brother. And the sad thing about this is this: Adam and Eve seen death for the first time. They seen what it looked like. They had their son laying in their lap, lifeless. They seen it, and it had to be something horrific to them. They never experienced death. They never seen death. So they seen their son, which Cain did. That's what sparked all of this, is because of jealousy. And now all of that jealousy is about to come to its end. He put a timetable on his own life, when in essence he just need to sit back and counsel himself. Hey, I shouldn't have been thinking about that. This is my creator. This is my creator that I'm calling myself, think I'm gonna come up against. I done lost my mind. But he didn't do that. Right down there, he didn't go to Adam. He deceived Eve. That's what he did. He went down there and he deceived Eve. Because she did not get the law from the Most High. The Most High gave that law to Adam. Adam told Eve. He knew exactly what he was doing. And then this is the thing, brothers, about this. About that being rooted. Eve was deceived. Her roots was not so deep. But Adam, his roots was deep. He knew. He was not deceived. He was not deceived. But how the devil played this out, and sense what he did. But as we all know, he knew he needed to get, instead of that spirit roaming about within Adam and Eve, he needed a twinge of that flesh. He needed to get in to disturb that DNA. And he got it. When she even touched the fruit, she already violated that commandment. Then she started to bite and all that stuff. So she placed sin woven within her now. That's what she did. But it was not complete. That's the thing. It was not complete. He needed Adam. But he knew he couldn't say nothing to Adam. Satan knew he could not say not one thing to Adam, because if he said something to Adam, Adam would have told him, man, you done lost your mind. I got instructions from the Most High, your creator, not to touch that fruit. He couldn't even say any one thing to him. He knew he would have jeopardized his position as to getting him to sin. He left that up to the woman, and she came to Adam. But his love for Eve was so deep, his love was misplaced. His love was misplaced, and he sinned. So now, that circuit of sin was complete when Adam sinned. It was complete then. There was only one that sinned at first, but he knew he needed that pair. Because why? Adam and Eve was going to have kids. He knew he needed Adam. So when we sit back and we just look at the mechanism of this world and how these people think, always attribute that to the devil. Always give it to the devil. That's who is masterminding a whole lot of things. Or matter of fact, all of the things. But at the same time, the Most High will use some of His stuff against them. I mean, let's just say the internet. Yes, I mean the internet. Yes, it's a dark world with the internet, and you can go very deep with the internet, and you ain't even seen the what's the other one called? There's a new system, and even Elon Musk was like, "Hold on." He was like, "Wait, man, you about to go down a deadly road. You're about to the black whale." There you go. And it's called black for a legitimate reason. That whale, I don't know when they're supposed to be releasing this stuff, but it is absolutely I can't say fast. Fast is an understatement. It's like it's instant and it's scary. I knew some brother that was hooking up the system in a data center. Strictly demonic. You're right, Sister Kathy. It's strictly demonic. But the Most High will look at it, He knows we are in the midst. And Yahushua, like he said, I'm going to my Father to pray and beg my Father to watch over you all. Of course, you're surrounded by wolves. We are the only ones that are surrounded by wolves. The world is not. The world is not surrounded by wolves. It's surrounded by Satan, if anything, not the wolves. That's us. We're the sheep in the middle. Shalom, Brother Robert. Nice to have you here today. But this is what we got going on, brothers and sisters. I'm serious. It's what we're seeing now is people getting hyped up. Hyped up. If they do have an election, brothers, I wouldn't even be able to go to nobody's house that day. You know how some people like having parties, or like a Republican Party or a Democratic Party. They find anything to party about. They watch the numbers. Oh, he got this over here. He got this many electoral votes over here, and that's a big thing for that country. That's it's a big thing. But my encouragement is, stay secluded. If you got to be over somebody's house, go over your friend's house. Or that share the same thoughts as you. That share the same thoughts as you. Since like Sister Kathy, I don't put nothing past them. If they're going to do a red flag stunt, okay. They more than likely, I don't put nothing past them. I don't. I do not. But now, you brothers and sisters in the chat, what is on your mind? What is concerning to you? As we see these events just pile up. Because truthfully, voicing your opinion on how you feel is a stress reliever. No matter how you see it, it's a stress reliever. Sister Emma, yes, the dark well, they say it's wicked. Oh, sister, let me tell you something. I was in the data centers. And I'm telling you, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. No. I said, no, I can't get down this way. I couldn't. I'm like, yeah, it's. And now when they talk about releasing it, I do not know. And if they do release, I may not know. They probably just throw it onto the system and it's up and running. Pixie Dust, you talking about getting up out of here, huh? You know, let me tell you something, sis. Uh, if mm, you don't know how the Most High would maneuver things, we really don't know. Um, but if we just think back to imagine how our forefather was leaving Egypt. I think it was like I think the information said like a million. It was like a million of us left out, and we're leaving out as a nation, family, both. That's a beautiful thing to see. But this here of where we are at, where Judah has been scattered, that is absolutely monumental. I don't. Well, I mean, I got you. I don't vote either, man. I don't vote either. But that's a monumental situation to see. All of Judah coming from the four corners of the earth back to our own country. That's gonna be monumental. That's the reason why I say, I'm sorry, Brother Dylan, you said, Brother Mike, we have promises given to Yahshua worldwide. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You're right. That's a promise. And see, this is one of the reasons, brothers and sisters, I say that, well, in my heart, I hope that it's all at one time. Because I'm like, yeah, this world gonna know exactly who we were. And then it's going to serve as a witness to our family members. It's going to serve as a witness when they sin, all of us going back to our own country. And you have the scriptures. You've been sharing it with your families for a long time. They never understood until that one day. And that one scripture is being fulfilled right there before their very eyes. That was another reason. Of course. I mean, and the most High is going to do it the way He's going to do it, but that's just in my head. That's just in my head. When they left out of Egypt, they left out together. Oh yeah, waking up, I tell you, it's going to be an absolute blessing across the board. Across the board, it's going to be a blessing. That's what it is. But like I said, we have to continue to maintain our roots deeply into the soil. And that soil is of within Yahushua HaMashiach and in the promises of the Most High, what He said He's going to do for His people. And granted, understanding that the position that our forefathers put us in when it came to the disobedience of our forefathers. So now, yeah, we understand that. That's one thing we do. We understand it, and we press on with it. We try to do better. We pray for our sins and that of our forefathers. That's what we pray for. We pray for them also. I mean, it's going to be something else. I tell you, it's going to be a sight to see. Now, these events with these world leaders, that's going to be their battle. It is. That is their battle all by themselves. And now, how the Most High maneuvers Judah out of the way before it even happened, we give Him praise because we know He's going to do it according to His will. Shalom, sister Soraya. Shalom, sis. And that's how it's going to happen. I tell you, these days, I'm serious. What they have they got going on, and with this news, and I mean politicians and what's the other people called the different types of journalists. Whew. Cynthia Shalom says, um, that's a lot to be um, pushing out to the world. And the sad thing about it is that our brothers and sisters that are not awake. I mean, let me take that. Let me take that back. You got some that's awake, but they still, get involved with politics. But I'm like, well, Yahusha said this: "My kingdom is no part of this world." So one day, I was just flipping through the media, and I came up on this brother. He was teaching that the 10 toes was Israel, black brother. I thought maybe he was drunk or something. I don't know. Or he's saying 10 toes. I'm like, brother, you're missing 2 toes. It's 12. And then I said, and first and foremost, that image does not represent Israel at all. That's the nation. Israel is not of that. Israel are the gems. We're not connected to that image. The world leaders are connected to that image. The 10 toes do not represent us. When I said that to him, he pulled down his video. And I just messaged that to him. I just let him know, no, that's not like most of I said. His kingdom is no part of this world. And those images that he put up, Sister Emma, you said, my concern is for our increased faith, prayer, and Yahusha's mercy. I believe in Abba's words. He's coming to get all his chosen people. His word is tried and true. Who you telling us this? Yes, it is. And and that's a lot of faith. I'm gonna tell you the reason why we say it's a lot of faith. Sister Pixie does. Is it Zanzibar? No, so you know what? I didn't. Me and Brother Max, he's over there. And we're supposed to meet up sometime next week. We supposed to did it this week too, but Brother Max is over there doing some things. Yeah, I kid you not, he over there doing some things. And so, his schedule get thrown off and things. Usually when I call him, he's kind of late and he like halfway tired, and trying to shut it down. And I understand. I mean, I understand. And so I'm gonna try to get over there and things. But right now, what I'm looking at is what they call them, compounds. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at compounds, and I'm looking at they like these compounds have had like two. I'm sorry, not no two, three. Well, no, not three. About 4 or 5 homes on one compound, and they, some of these brothers they be selling them, and I think the least you can get one is like 20,000. So I was looking at that in order to get things started with the orphanage, the vocational, and just break these homes up. Two homes for one of the homes we use for like the boys' dormitory and the girls' homes, and then another home serve as a teaching facility, and then wrap the homes with raised garden beds, as well as having hydroponic systems, and all on one compound. And I think that'll be the best way to go. And so eventually, once I set all that up, we will, we'll do like a donation drive so that we can get all this put in place. And then not to be quick to be pushing into jumping into just doing the orphanage, because I want to start off with a few kids first, a few, and gradually work myself up to, a particular limitation and things of that nature, have things in order. Because the Most High works off of order. So I'd rather we start that way. You gradually, build up. So I think right now, I will hope that by I didn't even, I did not realize today is Thursday. I tell you, I'm still stuck at Monday. These days go by so quick. But that's what I'm working on. And so I hope that by, if not tomorrow, at least by Monday, I should have all of that laid out. You got to talk to the middlemen. They're the one that knows the price. Matter of fact, they're the one that sees them. So it's like $20,000 for at least one, two, three, four, up to 6 homes on one property. And so, but like I said, starting off with a small number of kids, seeing what their needs are, um, and start setting up teachers and putting in the hey, like I said, we got to teach them our history. A lot of these kids are like Islamic or um, Christian. I'm most definitely gonna keep you up to date with Sister Pixie does because I mean, yeah, I know the Most High is going to bless me for this. I know it is. Because I mean, sister, I'm gonna tell you this: with this incident with QTUA, if they would have paid me my back money, I would have bought this stuff a long time ago. A long time ago. I would not have to fall back and depend on donation to get it. I would have bought this a long time ago. Like the money I put into QTUA, I'm going to put it over here, off the top, because I know not the end result. I know the growth results. That's the beauty of it. It's the growth that's going to come from it. And I don't know where they went wrong in their line of thinking, foresight. Hey, but it is what it is. And we keep it moving. Oh yeah. So with the Most High's help, I'm going to continue to move with it. I am. Sister Pixie does. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Um, but the Most High, he's shuffling his people around. He's shuffling them around. He is. He putting people where I need you over here. I need you over there. You go over there. You know what? I like you, but you need to be disciplined. So you go over there. And that's how he does. The Most High has a desire for his people not to be destroyed. I said not to be destroyed, but obtain to everlasting life. That's what his desire is. So now, if he said, you know what, you got some traits I don't like, and I know it go, yeah, man, you go bump heads with me. So he will literally push a person over somewhere else so that he can get discipline for him to recognize who was that king. I'm not losing. What's that man? What he did was he was sacrificing babies to Baal. Then he went into slavery. Let me show you how the Most High works. The Most High he knew that this man had a good heart. He knew it. He just needed some time to think. They went into slavery. That's what they did. The king of Israel went into slavery. And why he was locked up is when he started to think. He sat down and he started to repent. But when he came out of slavery, he kept his promise. He kept his promise. He went there and started knocking down all types of false gods. Went back to Jerusalem and started cleaning house. He was not playing. He was not playing. And to give you another one to show you how the Most High is, this brother was killing Israelites. He being of Israel. He was killing them. He was a devout, um, he was devout to the brothers, well, I ain't gonna say to the brothers, to the Pharisees and Sadducees. And you all know him, Saul, King Jehoshaphat. That's who he was. You're right. Thanks, brother Avon. And so now, even with Paul, he was killing our brothers and sisters. Yes, he was. If you came upon, because he had a hatred for Israel. And so what he did was he no, not him. He was on his way. Where was he going to? I forgot what he was on his way to. But that's when Yahusha stopped him on the road and said, "Man, look at why are you killing me?" And Paul was like, "I'm not touching you, you know." And so and Yahusha said, "No, you're gonna slave for me." They knew his heart. The Most High knew his heart. Damascus. He was on his way to Damascus. He knew his heart. The Most High knew Paul's heart. He knew. He just needs some intervention, and he got it. He got that intervention from Yahushua himself. Sister Georgetta, Brother Mike, this was a blessing for you to get away from that group. So you do his will. It hurts. Oh, you ain't lying. She said, yeah, I know for a moment. I know. But the Most High wanted a pure heart. He chose you. Thank you, Sister Georgetta. Let me tell you something about that. To this day, I mean, from October the 7th until now, I haven't heard nothing from them. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened, though. A couple of days ago, I was doing a live, and I don't know what this sister would call herself doing. I was reading some of her chats, and I don't know if she called herself alluding that she was calling me a Judas. Sister Shar, she was in the chat. So she sent I ain't gonna say a long message, but I was going through it, but I couldn't read it because the text was going up and everything. And then I was talking to you brothers and sisters, and I'm like, now, I'm like, what is she on here for anyway? And so I don't know if she calling me a Judas or whatever, but I'm not that one that came over and crossed brothers and sisters. I'm not that one that did that. I'm not that one. They got that they got to piece their lives back together. That's the thing. Now, whatever they got going, I mean, whatever. I mean, now, unfortunately, I did do this though. I'm gonna tell you what I did now. In accordance to Hebrew law, because I don't want to play with the law. I may not understand all the laws, but the ones that I can get with, I try my best to do it. If you have a dispute with your brother, you take it to your brother. I done reached out to ministers, and I had some of them tell me, bruh, I don't want to get involved. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, something. I'm not a minister. But I am down for the people. I am down for the people. I'm all about getting my hands dirty. I'm all about building things. That's my mentality. If you say something that's wrong against a brother now, you will get checked. If it's in front of a group of people, you get checked in front of a group of people. If you did something privately, you get checked privately. Because the people, especially if you are in front of a group of people, you need to be checked in front of those group of people to let these people know This is my mentality. Now you don't want to deal with me. Don't bring no nonsense to me. That's how you get rid of people that's not going to thrive in your group or your setting or your surrounding. That's the fastest way to get rid of those type of people. Is to speak your mind according to scripture. That's how you get rid of them. Very quick. Very quick. But for them to tell me that they don't want to get involved, you just put yourself right before the Most High, and you're going to get judged by Him. Because now the scriptures do state that we should not be taking our brothers and sisters to court. We should not. But these brothers got me in a pretty pickle, a very bad pickle, and they owe me a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Matter of fact, over $200,000. And now my sister, yes, she's working on things. I haven't heard from these brothers. Brother Eric, did his show, and they sent him the email, and that's when I came on and I broke that email down. I broke it down. This is what they push. They're not saying. This is what, and things of that nature. So, if I got to take these brothers to court, so be it. Because all I'm looking at is this. All right. Because I know I'm going. If anything pop off, I know I'm going to, with the Most High's help, I'm going to succeed, and then I'm going to come right back and do what I said I was going to do. This is not about getting no Cadillac, escalating some big rims, bump all that. I did that dumb stuff back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, I did that dumb stuff. I look around, my big rims and a big, not living. Brother Avon, Brother Michael, we see the law about to fall out, but the Most High says He is the judge of all of us. We try to heal, take prayer. Yes, you know what? One of the sisters did. What's that sister's name? Sister Ashonda. We spoke, and the last time we did was by text, and she said, "Brother Mike." No, first when we spoke, she said, "Don't truthfully, I was open up to her. Everything I said that happened to me, she said the same thing happened to her, and it just like knocked her down to the ground. So she understood everything I was saying." But she said, "No, I'm gonna reach out to him and let him know. Yeah, you probably do straighten this out." But thus far, I haven't heard anything. That was, hey, do you know on the 7th of this month it'll be a month? Why? I mean, the 7th of November will be a month. Wow. But then, I mean, but that's the case, and I'm not trying to hold no resentment and things of that nature. I just really wanted to press on, do what I need to do, and start growing, start having things set up for brothers and sisters. I don't think some of the brothers understand the gravity of this move and how fast it's going to move. Let's just say hypothetically that this exodus do take some years. Let's just say it do. That's going to be years where you need to, the Most High does not move in this order. Do you think that the Most High is going to bring the brothers from the four corners of and just drop them? Figure out your room, figure out your housing, your clothes, your food. He don't work that way. He does not work that way. When the Israelites is in the wilderness, their sandals in their feet, the sandals never worn off. They never worn out, period. And their feet never sweat. If you walk a long distance, your ankles are going to swell. Your feet is going to swell, but not with the Israelites. That's how much the Most High took care of his people. But we will have to look a whole lot deeper than our personal wants. I mean, when the Most High was giving Israel manna, they wanted some chicken. You can tell mm, those are our people, or were our people. Yes, that's them. That's them. Because all you got to do is think about your own family members, and you go all like, "Yep, those are those Negroes." I got one. I got two. I got a whole lot of them in my family. But that's our history. That's our history. Um, and like I said, I'm going to get more information. And once I get all the information, I see which ones they have up for sale. Boom. Then we'll start a drive and see how much we can come up with so that we can get this up and running. Of course, this is just like I said, it's not just about an orphanage. You work the orphanage, the farming, all this stuff will work itself together because it's going to the Most High is going to bless it because He knows what He's about to do. He knows He's got His people coming. He knows this. The only thing that we have to do is believe in it. You know that He says He's going to put us back in our land, and this is what we have to look forward to. And that that right there look like it's like soon. Um, if the nation that's under judgment get hit real hard, yeah, that right there will be an exodus at least for those brothers and for the other brothers and sisters, the other Judeans that was immigrated from South America. The United States made themselves out to be that fabulous place to live, where you can make a lot of money, buy big cars and houses, and everybody came. Everybody came. They opened up the floodgates to let them in. And this is, brothers and sisters, I don't think they just let them in so they can get votes. I don't think they just did that way. I think there's a little bit more sinister stuff going on. I seriously believe that. Thank you, Sister Pixie Dust. I'm with prayer and supplication, sister. I'm gonna try my best to keep it pushing. Most definitely am. We'll do that. I ain't gonna say it's just. It ain't just no just. When you to go through the world without trust in someone, that's a lonely road. I mean, what? Just think about it. When you woke up to who you truthfully is, and I heard a lot of brothers, and I experienced this. When I was telling my family, I was like, no. And I told my mother this. I said, from my study of the Bible, and we teach that, Jehovah's Witnesses teach that Israel is done away with. And I'm going through the Bible, and the Bible does not say that. Paul clearly states Israel is not done away with. And I said this to my mother, and she said to me, she said, Michael Ray, you got to let the faithful and discreet slave handle that. Mm, 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 mm. I said to my mother, we was raised to call our mother by her first name, and we call her Rose. I said, Rose, you mean to tell me that at my age And the society been there since the early 1900s. But they don't know this. That's what I said to my mother. I said, you think I'm the only one that, I mean, I got this revelation that's in the scriptures. It's not a revelation when I read it. It's in the Bible. And my mother seen it, read it, and go say, hey, you got to rely on them. But this is the thing I do not like about these religions. They preach and tell, oh, I was chosen by the Most High to come and teach you this. And you keep telling the person that for years, they started to believe it. My mother is one. She don't move unless the paper in the street slays. Absolutely scary to me. To show you how strong these people are with their words. I know your brothers and sisters heard me say this. I think earlier this week. There was an issue that the white brother was complaining about red meat. And they went on through this here and everything. And it came with an article saying you can't tell a person if they eating red meat and all that stuff. And it opened up the doors for people to eat medium rare or medium raw meat. It opened up the doors. Yes, it did. But at the same time, Joel Winston said you can't get a blood transfusion, but you can eat blood. But you can eat blood. But you go tell me you can't take a blood transfusion. What you now you splitting up the law. But then, hey, my mother, she believes that. She believes that. And you have a lot of people that goes about doing that, and all it takes is a particular group of men to say it's okay. Do you know, brothers and sisters, the brothers in as Jehovah's Witnesses just got the permission back in November that they can grow a beard. I had a problem with that from the go. I had a problem with that from the get-go. I had a beard while I was a Jehovah's Witness. They did not want me going from door to door. I'm like, okay, not a problem. I kept to myself, but I kept my beard. You cannot tell a grown man what he can and cannot grow on his body when the Most High is responsible for it. That's one thing. But now these brothers, and then the sad thing about it, when the brothers they got the okay to grow a beard, all these brothers was texting me. You heard so and so, so and so, so and so. We can grow a beard now, and I'm like, this brother's like 40 some years old, and I'm like, brother, who gave you permission? And he answered me like somebody crazy. The society said it. I'm like, brother, is that your daddy? I told you this years ago that their teaching on that was dead wrong. But it took them, and then these brothers, they started growing beards. Yes, they did. All on Facebook taking pictures of themselves with their beard. But they got permission from the faithful and discreet slave. But like I told my mother, I said, my conscience is, I cannot no longer support the teachings of Jehovah's Witnesses. The laws are not done away with, and it is safer for me to follow the laws than not to live by these laws. I said, and truthfully, it's like common sense to me. There's nothing demonic about the laws. The laws is the people that say that the laws are demonic. That's the demonic. Who was a Clifford Dollar? He called the laws demonic. To follow the laws was demonic. And I think my mother, she hinted to that too. And I told her, I said, you need to watch what you're saying. You cannot call what is holy demonic. The last person that called Yahusha full of demons, whatever, Yahusha came and told him, he said, look here, you're having your fulfillment in full. He was talking to the scribes and Pharisees. You are having your enjoyment right as you speak. Because he told them, the moment you die, you're going straight to Gehenna. There's no coming back from you. Those the scribes and the Pharisees, once they died, they went straight to Gehenna. There's no resurrection for them because of their blasphemy. That's what's being recognized. This. How many of y'all can walk in the streets and just suicide somebody without any retribution? Every last one of us know that murder, stealing, all this other stuff is a sin. They say, yeah, but this is the teaching. This is their teaching. This is their reasoning. The laws are done away with, but they're still practical. The laws are practical. Oh, I tell you, they will come up with some smooth words in order for the masses of people to believe. That's what they have practiced and has done down to this very day. It's a lawless world. But they ain't seen nothing yet. Now, it's absolutely about to be. If you want to talk about saying that the law is done away with, you're about to see their laws to be done away with. Their laws, man's law. Man just used our playbook to base their laws on. That's all they did. They used our book. The first laws ever written in any book came out of our book. If you think I'm joking, find any other book that got a law in it, and it's not going to compare to our book. Man took our book and got rich off our book. Made laws to hem us up out of our book. There's no other book the law started in. The law started with us. That's where it started. Period. King in Israel just couldn't go out there and murder no one. No, you murder someone on purpose, the next king can come out and take your life off the top. Flee to a city of refuge. Now, if you murder somebody by mistake, you can flee to a city of refuge, but you have to stay there 7 years or until the high priest dies. That's the law. But if you've been nursing a grudge, oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me go back. On that city of refuge, you better run because the next king can still take your life. You have to reach that city before he reached you. Period. Ain't no such thing of, oh well, like you got to get a head start, or you got to go home and pack your bags and everything. No, you got to break camp right then and there. And then that's when they will hold. Once he hit the city of refuge, the brothers will hold what you may call a court proceeding to see was there any type of hatred going on between the two of them. If it's not, and if it was a mistake, will determine whether it was a mistake, and then he stays. But he cannot leave the city. I think it was for 7 years. He could not leave that city for 7 years or until the high priest died. Then that's when he's free from that. And then the next of kin cannot even touch him. If they touch him, they committed murder. Now they can be on the run. The Most High had everything lined up for his people. It's a shame that black churches is going by the law. You know what? Let me tell you something. One thing I would say then about that alphabet group, sis, we was warned about that. Look in the book of Luke. Yahushua said it. The days of Lot were compound. Well, it was two. Because Luke spoke about Lot, Matthew spoke about the days of Noah. But both days, you know what? The sun, where the sun? It's and this light here is going dim on me. Yeah, it's getting dark over here. Yeah, but I'm about to end it pretty soon anyway. But like I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. That's the laws for. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me go back up. For the alphabet group, Sister Georgetta, is we was warned. Yahusha, who was he talking to? Who was he talking to about the days of Lot? What was days of Lot known for? Everybody know what it was known for. And he was saying that that course of action was going to affect his people, black churches. He said it. And sister, let me pose something to you also, Sister Georgetta. The world is so wicked. And I'm going to tell you what they do. The vast majority of people that was locked up, that is locked up. And we starting from now, let's go back 40 years ago. 40, maybe 50 years ago. Who was it? It was black men. Black men could not have, in certain, or a lot of the states, could not have their wives come and visit them. They knew what they were doing. This is some devilish stuff, so I'm telling you, this is some devilish stuff. So now, no, sis, hold on. Oh, that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. Let me see something. I hate this chair. That is, you know what? This way. Let me do it this way. Oh. Bab. All right. So, and what they did to our brothers coming into slavery. That is the book breaking and all that nonsense. I mean, they was on the road. They was on the road. And they did according to their hearts. I'm buffering or I don't think I'm buffering. Trust me, I know when I'll be buffering. I freeze and pop lock and everything. But that's what we have to contend with. I mean, we was warned. We was warned that this is what we were experience and go through. And it's just Hey, who was that said this? It was a singer. He said that the was a singer. I think it was no, not Maxwell. He was a Jamaican singer, and he said prophecies of the Bible got to be fulfilled. They got to be fulfilled, and they are being fulfilled right now, right as we speak. And that stuff is, I mean, that's rainbow stuff. Is happening here. Not as bad, but it's happening here. Not as bad, but it's happening. And but it's a lot more common with the sisters here than with the brothers and all that stuff. The owner was the owner of the house was trying to put the people out, the two girls, because he said that he got some complaints from other women because it was like a massage parlor, but this one of the women, I'm gonna say one, they said both were asking the women, do they want to do so and so, so and so, and so you know, so they just report back to the. All you got to do is go to that middleman. That middleman go right back to the owner and let them know what's going on. Ain't nothing too much private in the village. I'm serious. It'll travel faster than you making a phone call. It will travel, and so they he was telling them he was telling the two girls. He said, "No, I don't want you on my house because of what he think is happening there. He don't want that type of environment in his house." And you do have some that yeah, I must be all right. You know what, sister? That's the reason why I say I better not wait to I better not wait to 5 o'clock because usually around 5 o'clock that's when it start acting up. And evidently you all sinning, I'm not sinning because it seemed like I'm going. It seemed like I'm going good. So yeah, going forward, I'm gonna try to start it at 3 p.m. my time because I do like I was saying when it gets to 5, that's when it seems like they mess with the system and things of that nature. But and you know what? And but let me let you brothers and sisters know for the ones that been doing donations. Now my Cash App has changed. I changed the name. It's not my personal name, so it's rooted in Hebrew. Let me put it in the chat. Hold on just for a moment. Boom. Oh, I tell you. There it is. I put it in the chat. Um, so I mean, I went on and changed that out because we're trying to get, like I said, get all of this these communities and and with the farming and the raised beds, the hydroponics, and teach these kids our true history, and we press on, and we start to expand going out. Because we're not trying. I'm not trying to be dormant. No, 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 no. I'm not even trying to entertain that. We want to grow. The Most High said that eventually we're going to cover the earth. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So that the Michael R. Akins that's no longer working, and so no, It doesn't matter if it's on in all caps or not. It doesn't matter. You know, what sister? What I'm doing now? I'm just gaining more information. I'm looking. I'm trying to get a price comparison for a compound that has like 4 to 5 homes on it. 4 to 5 homes on it, because it seemed like the prices start like at 20,000. And I think the most it may go. I believe what he was saying like um, 40 some thousand, um, and things. And trust and believe me, it may be a brick building, but it's very basic inside. It's very basic. And see, now one thing I don't want to do, I don't want to make the mistake of thinking I'm going to bring these brothers and sisters up to United States standards. No. uh Now, one thing I come to realize, my cash app, that's the cash app, Sister Cynthia. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, you got it. All right. Yeah, that's the cash app. And so, I come to find out when you talk to these, especially the sisters, they want to be doing a lot of the work, washing clothes, cooking. They like to cook outside, but more so inside. If they go take a nap, they take a nap outside. They have a rug, they lay the rug in some shade. They will literally go out there and take a nap. The kids do too. They go outside and take a nap. Wow. I mean, but they and I asked, I said, do you prefer like a sink or something in the house? They said, no, rather do it outside. Rather do it outside any and every day. Now, if it's raining, they go on the porch because they already got a covering to do what they need to do under the covering. But I would say there was something, and they probably would. I would do not necessarily to bring everything off the thing. Right? I would say like a countertop outside, like when you cleaning fish and things of that nature. Um, that. But once I get all the information together, get a few pictures of a proposed site. Now, sister, let me tell you something. Sister Pixie does. Me and snakes do not get along. We don't. Truth be told, I haven't seen no snake. I haven't. Because we was looking at some land, and first question came out. Oh, what about the snakes? Oh, no snakes, no snakes. I mean, that was my concern. I mean, I just don't like them. I'm serious. My cousin same way, and we like 2 days apart. He do not like snakes, not even in books. Whew, I don't know. Maybe it could be an Israelite thing. Remember they was complaining, and the Most High sent some snakes in on Israel. Because I tell you, a whole lot of Africans do not like snakes. I don't care what you're talking. They'll see them, but they run. I don't know. Still got that post traumatic stress syndrome when it comes to snakes. And so I don't know, sister. Um, mm, at least I haven't seen one. I'm gonna just say that. Now, little small little tree lizard. Yeah, I've seen those. Seen those. But like I was saying, um, trying to get all the information together and things of that nature, and and we just press forward. Then we just set up here. I said set things up and see can we get the donations set up and see what we can reach and go ahead and purchase it and start putting things in place. Me myself, this is just me. Um, one of the houses I would say be used for a shop. That's just me. Build beds, bunk beds, um, and things. But I'd rather you build some of them and you build it around the kids. Build them around the kids. They'll start understanding what tools they need to use, what they can do. And the more you start doing these things, and I'd rather for just to have a shop where, I ain't gonna say all the kids got to go there, but the one that shows an interest or one that may have a gift, you have them there and show them all of this. Hold on, what are you talking about? All right, that's why they got that grass out there. Okay. All right, I see what you're saying, brother Avon Dillon. Oh yeah, because I was looking at that. So, man, what? But they said they serve as a medicine also too. The lemongrass. Yes. Hmm. Okay. So now I understand why they had it out there. Because I was about to pull it up, and they told me, no, don't pull it up. And they stopped me, and I put it back down the ground, watered it back down, and it grew some more. But sister that and Sister Kathy, if I left now, and went back to the States, I know my conscience will accuse me. You went there and you didn't do nothing. That's what my conscience will accuse me of. I'm not trying to have that on my conscience. I got to do something. The Most High knows. He knows I just can't get up and just go back. If I go back, I'm just going to get my son, and that's it. Yes, I mean that's just the thing that's on my conscience. That's just my conscience. So I feel like I got to get this up and running, and where it's profitable. At the same time, we doing what we're supposed to do, and then and like I said, at the same time, have a multiple incomes coming in of working with an orphanage. And I know the Most High is going to bless it because He knows this is the time for His people to rise up. And that's one of the things I'll encourage you, brothers and sisters, too. The Most High said the time is going to happen where He's going to raise up Israel. And so, with that raising, what does He mean? There's a whole lot to raising. All right, now it's time for you to stand up, start building up your communities and things of that nature. The world is about to go. The world is at war. They occupy. They are occupied. This is our time for us to rebuild, for us to start renaming certain rivers and oceans and lands and things in our continent. That's our time. Use it for our advantage. That's what we should be doing. Off the top. Learning trades. Oh, you're talking about, ooh, like I said, the orphanage is going to be the beginning of it. But there's no end to it. There's no end to it. Because at the same time, brothers and sisters, I will say this. We gonna have to always inculcate the resurrection of our dead loved ones. Did not Yahuwah said He is the Elohim of the living, not the dead? Mind you what He was saying. Although you may have loved ones that are dead, but to the Most High they are living. They are living. The dead are the ones who are in Gehenna, where there is no resurrection. The second death, put it that way. The second death, there is no resurrection. No, sister. I'm glad you said that, Pixie Dust. My business is up under a whole new enterprise here in Africa. I ran up on a brother. He got his business registered. And I'm going to tell you how things work out. This brother had some hard times. He did. And I was sending this brother money. And that brother, hard times came to an end. Spoke to him last week. No, brother, you can come up under my enterprise. I got all that stuff straightened out. You see how the Merciful works? All I got to do is root it in Hebrew up under his enterprise. Move on about my business. Our business, rather. And that brother appreciated every dime I gave him. Yes, that's how that worked out. And it wasn't just him either now. I mean, it was another brother. He was, here, and I was like, here you go, brother. I mean, boom. And things of that nature. But that's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. And I know there were some brothers that was complaining about one particular brother. Man, ain't nobody gonna be going through all that type of hardship. It's something he ain't doing over there. He could be elite. That's what these brother was saying about this brother. Nah, that stuff irritated me. It irritated me. But you shouldn't be talking to him. Now these are the brothers from QTUA. You should not be talking to him. I don't know why he always calling you and so on. I don't know. The brother called me, asked me a question. He said, "Man, can I talk to you? So and so." Yeah, I talk with the brother. I mean, what y'all gonna do? Make a grown man not talk to another grown man? You got me twisted. But I stayed in contact with the brother. I did. If I had money, yes. If I didn't, I'll let him know. But that's how we're supposed to be. Now this judgmental thing, no, I'm not even. Just because you don't like a person, I don't know what are you gonna do? Disfellowship me? Well, they did. Oh yeah, I got disfellowship from QTUA. Oh man, I had to sit back and think about that one for a moment. But it is what it is, and things of that nature. But it all worked out. The brother got his business registered here, got all his stuff straightened out, and things of that nature. And so, all praises to the Most High for looking out for it. But let me tell you something. That brother went through some things. Yes, he did. Now he would have to tell you. He would literally have to tell you himself all the struggles he went through and things. And he was pretty much like me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you one thing he was looking at. He tools and all. Well, he had, he kept some of his tools, not all of them, some of them. So what had happened? He just felt in his heart that what is I'm going back to the United States with? I mean, they done took all my money. My wife died in jail. What? And he said, no, I had to do, man. He said, Mike, I had to stay here and I had to fight. He said, staying here was a struggle. He said, man, I'm a grown man, Mike. Man, you around the same age. Not to see your son eat for some days. He said, man, Mike, I've never been in a situation like this in my life. He said, I had to sit there and take whatever discipline that the Most High had set in front of me. Because, see, he would not have put me through this if I could not stand it. He knew that I can endure because that's why he put me there. And that's what his faith led him to do. Now, he's doing a whole lot better. A whole lot better. Coco Mango. Shalom. How long have you been over there? I've been here now almost eight months. 8 months straight. Now total, because I started last year, going back and forth and things, but straight almost 8 months. And Supposed to have been had this other stuff up and running months ago. But you know the situations, and so but it's still going to work itself out without QTUA. We're gonna still work. We're still going to work it out, and the two sticks still will come together with or without QTUA. It's just that simple. There's nothing that's going to stop the Most High. Nothing. Not a man. Nothing. It's not going to happen. We want to press on. But brothers and sisters, like I said, I hope by Monday, no less than Tuesday, that I'm gonna have pictures of some compounds and prices and things. Then we can, come together and see how to work a not a foundation, like an somewhat like a GoFundMe or whatever this want to call it, and see how the best way to bring about donation so that we can get it, and boom, we have it. We have that place for the orphanage and start putting things together for that orphanage, and we press on. We press on from there off the top. You know what Sister Pixie does, and that's one of the things some of the brothers here are working on. We're trying to figure out. We got to check tickets, prices, and hotels, and so thus far, what we're trying to do on that end, of course, Pound, there's a brother over there named Pound, Jamaican brother. He's the one who's overseeing the land because my land is right next to his land, and so he just brought, and it was really for corn. What he did, he just because my land didn't have corn on it, so I sent them the funds to hire the people and to buy the corn and clean the land, all that. Sent him the money. So he did that, and he growing the corn and everything, and that's when they you know he said they found gold, and so he stopped the people from digging on his land. He said, but it's getting harder and harder to stopping them. So we working on the like round trip tickets and the hotel stay, and I think I have that. Shoot, that should be done by tomorrow. But then there's another sister. She's from Malawi. She's going to work with me in the event once we do the survey, and if it's a large amount, then we got to set up a mining project. That will have to be set up, and so and she knows the laws and doing things of that nature. So I mean, it seemed like a lot of stuff is falling into place, and that's a good thing. And we're gonna see how I do. You never know. You never know until you do it, and so that's what I need to do. Get that, take the flight, go down, with Pound, because now once I get there, we go, but we gotta climb a mountain. Ooh. I said, bruh, you ain't got no motorcycle? He said, oh no, we gonna use a motorcycle. I was glad because the last time I climbed a mountain, I thought I was in shape. Ooh. This man was the owner of that mine. He 60 years old. He was going up that mountain like a newborn baby. Like a newborn baby. Yeah, since Pixie does, you got jokes. But sister, you never know how the Most High will work that out. You never know how He will work it out. Of course, let's just say, hypothetically, that it do work out. We all go eat pretty good. Sister Zenobia, how you doing? Sister Zenobia, where you been? You became a millionaire, forgot about a brother. You done just mosey on about your business. I'm glad you're here, though, sister. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. You're right, Sister Georgetta. It's going to fall in place, and as long as we stay in line with the Most High, as long as we stand in line with the Most High, we good. And as long as you treat your brothers according to law, you are excellent. Excellent. And then you got to deal with your brothers and sisters according to knowledge. You just can't. I mean, no. I mean, sister. Let's just say this. Let's just say this now. Let's just say we end up getting a nice amount of gold. That don't mean that you come here and just give people money. You don't do that. You're not teaching them anything. You're not teaching them nothing. Now, to come here and say, you know what? Let's build some communities. That's a different story. Because you just giving people money, all they do is go spend. It's all they're going to do, spend. And I kid you when I say they see money totally different from what we see money. Let me tell you the reason why I said it. We know that it takes money to make money. We know that. They see that, they understand the meaning, but to put it in place, they do not have a clue. And I'm talking about some supposedly educated brothers. Did I hit a gold mine? I mean, I don't know. I got to go there, but I do know because the brother told me right beside where the gold is found, there's a little running pond. And so he said that's all they're doing. They're just going and they just sipping up gold. They just, got to sift it. That's it. He said, no, Mike, you don't need no big drilling heavy machines. Because when I looked into the pricing of that, that would have cost me at least about, I'll say just to get started, about $12,000. But the fact that he said you don't need all this stuff, and then I'm just going there to make sure all things, just to be sure of all things, that may cut costs, you know. hmm Yeah, sister, let me tell you something now. I will say this now. There's a lot of parts here that are flat out dirty, trashy, trashy. Yes, I mean, I know I'm not going to sit up and tell you no lie. Some parts are trashy, um, but you don't necessarily have to go out there and tell them, oh, you shouldn't do it this way. All you got to do is keep your place clean. Keep your place clean, and they fall in line. They'll start looking at themselves. They be looking at you how you dispose of your trash, and they fall in pocket without you saying a word to them. That's the beauty of that. That is the absolute beauty of that. Is they fall in place by what they see. Yeah. There's an like a source of water right next um, to the fields. And he said, when I said he's next, he's like, man, you take a couple of steps, boom, there's a water. There's the water, and it's flowing from the mountain. And I was like, wow, okay. I just wanted to see it, and things of that nature. So just trying to get things prepped up for that, um, and things. But like I said, I mean, if you just coming here to visit and you got that type of money, no, don't give it to them. No, I'm not saying be selfish. Um, there's a measure of respect that we need to have for money, and they don't have that respect. I'm be straight up frank with you. They do not have that respect. Now, you do have to have an office. You do. You got to have an office, and that's the whole purpose of, I was saying, the compound, because any one of these homes can be turned into an office, just like that. All you got to do is put a sign up, one sign, boom, that's it. And it could be, matter of fact, it can serve as an office or two offices. Period. You can have, I mean, that could be the office for the orphanage, and it's also can be an office for um, printing documents, and that's a nice another business to get in there because they don't have a lot of those offices here. It's you got to go really into the city to get paperwork copied and everything and all that stuff. But if you, I mean, I have a copy machine, got all that stuff. I mean, if need be, I know how to go get the stuff and bring it in, hook it up and everything. But then once the neighbors find out, hey, you can go get your paperwork copy over here, and they will come. That'll be another source of income for the orphanage and things of that nature. But I'm not trying really to, what's the word, rely solely upon the donations. I want these kids to, not saying I'm going to be child labor. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that teach them to be self-sufficient where they're able to make a few dollars because I want them the kids to know to clean up around when they get through playing, clean up behind yourself after 1 week. Give them an allowance, give them an allowance, and let them get used to. They know they gotta work in order to make money. Allowance ain't gonna be. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a whole lot, but give them something. And then on those days, take them out, go to the store, and things of that nature. They know they gonna understand spending power. They're gonna start to understand. Well, if I want this here, I need to save my money up to get that there. Boom. And that's my line of thinking, brothers and sisters. That's just my line of thinking. But look, I'm not gonna hold you brothers and sisters up any longer. It's getting dark out here. I'm about to go midnight up in here. And you brothers and sisters, be safe. Keep your head on the swivel. Um, proceed very cautiously in these next couple of days, especially into next week. Um, be watchful. Keep your ears to the pavement and stay on the watch. And like I said, I'd like to thank you, brothers, and for the donations as well as like I sent in the new Cash App. I'm going to put it in also on the introduction of the Rooted in Hebrew explaining page. So I still got the old one up on that one and things of that nature. And you too, brother Robbie. You be safe out there, brother. And the rest of you brothers, love you too, sister Georgetta. Be safe. And to your brothers and sisters, shalom. And I will hope to see you all tomorrow.